with the smell of gunfire fresh in their nostrils after the War of Independence and after the Declaration of Independence, the Founding Fathers set about the tasks of writing the Constitution. So they wrote a Constitution. They had to have a form to their government. And, but when they submitted it to the states for ratification, the states had to ratify it. There was a lot of people that were upset because there was no Bill of Rights in the original Constitution. That's why we have amendments these days. But a lot of people thought the government someday could get too powerful and usurp the rights of the states and the people. And there were various of the so-called Founding Fathers who said, well, that'll never happen. It wasn't exactly trust the government, but what they were saying was that the new government's a limited government. It couldn't really ever usurp the rights of the states. But there were wise people like James Madison, who became the father of our Constitution. Thomas Jefferson especially was for a Bill of Rights, and he argued vociferously for a Bill of Rights because he said that his fear of government, he always thought government would eventually usurp rights. So we needed a Bill of Rights to protect freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the right to petition our government and protest, the right to bear arms, the right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. So he had a very close relationship with James Madison, and James Madison, with some of the other leading lights of the time, drafted a Bill of Rights and submitted it to the states, and it was eventually ratified, and it became our Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. What was good, though, ultimately the fear of government triumphed. And as we see today, if we didn't have the Bill of Rights, today, we would probably have a tyrannous government. The only thing that's holding back some of the presidents we've had, 3 or 4 of our presidents, our current president, who seems to care very little about the Constitution, is the Bill of Rights. It's like a barrier, and it protects the people. And the key to the Bill of Rights, it's there to keep the government off of our backs. And I keep emphasizing to people that the Constitution opens with 3 beautiful but important words: we the people. The Bill of Rights is there to protect the people's rights. It's to stop the government from being a tyranny, but they can only do so if we stand up for the Bill of Rights, not let the government overrun them, as we see today with some of the measures of the so-called war on terrorism, and fight back. Remember, it's there to keep the government off our backs, but it'll only stay off our backs if we stand up and say, we have these rights in the Bill of Rights, and we want to enforce them, and back off.